Hey everyone, Austin Martinez, Director of Education at StretchLab franchise, coming to you today to talk more about posture. What is it? It's definitely a buzzword. I know I read about it and hear about it all day. So the important thing I want you to know really is that posture affects your movement. And as human beings, ultimately the goal we want with life is better movement, better quality of life. And so when we look at posture, what I want you to take away from it is that we need to have awareness. Awareness is what helps you create better outcomes. So two ways you can be more aware. One of them is if you're noticing you're doing certain movements, which I'll get to in a second, whether it be slouching your shoulders or weakened abdominal core and having that tension in your lower back. That's an awareness indicator to allow you to change that, right? Another thing that's actually going to be even more helpful is actually set aside some time during your day. It's nice to have in the beginning, middle, and end of day a 5 to 10 minute scheduling that you put together to focus on some posture tips that we'll give you here. So when we look at posture, two key areas you want to be aware of. The first one is upper body and lower body. Upper body, we tend to see it with what we like to call slouched shoulders. That's the most common one that I would argue most of us do, whether we're in the car, at our desk, watching Netflix. The biggest thing you want to be cautious of here is that when you get into this position, not only are you putting some strain on your lower back, but even more so, you're putting stress on the neck, the mid shoulders and thoracic area, which is going to give you a lot of that neck and shoulder tension that you might find if you find yourself in that posture more often than not. That's obviously going to affect your movement and how you feel. The second thing you want to look at in the lower body is not so much rounding of the shoulders, but maybe a caving in of your abdominals, right? We're not using them as actively as we should. What that does is it falls forward, caves in, and puts a lot of stress in your lower back, kind of creating that curvature that we don't want, putting stress on structures that we don't need. So for that one, being able to fix it, pretend like you have a string attached from the top of your head to your hips, pulling you nice, tight, and tall. That's gonna give proper alignment of all of your thoracic, cervical, and lumbar spine, so you're in proper alignment and reducing some of that lower back tension that you might have. Work on some of these tips and we'll be back again soon. Thank you.